We have seen the Noxian Elite's bottom lane have a lot of struggles. TSM Diamond, I don't think, has had a static support all season. A lot of different supports, I'm pretty sure, and hasn't really been. Actually, is TSM Diamond the support now, Fozz?
I'm not sure.
If he was, his stats, he's been dying a lot as AD carry. He's had a lot of problems in that bottom lane, what it seems, if he's AD carry. Has a lot of assists, but let's see how he performs tonight.
He's played a lot of roles this season, though. He played mid lane a bit. I believe he jungled even, too. So, I think he played AD carry one time this season. I think that's just the unfortunate circumstances happening to his team. But into picks and bans we go. Rise, the first ban from the Shadow Isle Shades. Morgana gonna be banned away.
The bright spot for the National Elite, though, is the One You Wish has been performing very well this season. Has a 4 KDA on average, averages around 380 gold per minute. So he's been their kind of shining star and their glimmer of hope to keep them going up. And they did, do pretty well in the season at a 3-4 record. But we do see Rise and Morgana banned. Rise is a pretty weird ban because you don't really see him played in the lobbies. Like we were talking about the games yesterday, a lot of the top laners in the Sirius Gaming League don't really play standard top laners. But I guess they did their research and maybe Rycinity was planning on taking down the top lane.
Zed getting banned away. And Braum.
Plague is a pretty good Morgana player as well.
Yeah, he definitely does like to play that Morgana in the bottom lane. Last ban for the Shadow of Shades coming through here. And now...
just waiting. They banned a support and a top laner so far. They could go for...
They're gonna ban Tristana.
They do have the first pick, so I'm actually curious to see what they are going to pick. If they ban away the Tristana, who could it be? Ziggs is banned as well.
Interesting ban.
Definitely interesting as well. He's pretty annoying to play against if the opponent mid laner does frequent the champion. It stalls out games a long time. Has pretty good poke and great team fighting, so...
Kha'Zix will be the pick.
Kha'Zix is definitely a very strong jungler right now. Has a lot of poke with his W. Has a lot of mobility with his jump, and his isolation Q does a lot of damage, so...
Fishman likely taking that into the jungle. I believe he was quite successful on that champion. Oh, Maokai and Jarvan are going to be the pickups for the Noxian Elite. Really strong tank line now.
If that's for sure. Maokai brings a lot of damage reduction to a team fight, so... Pair that up with a Jarvan, the dive is pretty real.
Gable 95, Enzmeeb, Rizal, hovering over Lucian and Garen.
Lucian's been kind of the go-to AD carry pretty much since his release. Not since his release. After his release buffs, or not buffs even. It was just the time period where Lucian wasn't played after his release, and then he was played very strong. And since then, has always been a comfort champion for a lot of people. Has great laning, great mid game, great late game. He's just a very solid all-around champion, and he is going to be locked in by Zmeeb Roussel for the Shadow Isle Shades.
Yeah, that is Zmeeb's main AD carry there.
And Mundo to go against Maokai.
Interesting. So, wet noodle fight in the top lane.
Yeah, it's definitely a very interesting one. Just slapping each other for no damage.
Well,
Maokai should have a very good hold over the early game, though. Mundo will outscale. In terms of the 1v1, Maokai is still going to be very, very powerful presence. Nevertheless.
Rycinity and Controlled Chaos up to pick. Would be surprised if it was the AD carry and support picked up here for the Noxian Elite.
You definitely want to hold off on that mid lane pick. It's a good call. Jinx and Thresh are the lock-ins.
Fishman going ash to mouth. This is going to be mid lane and the support getting picked up here.
Yeah, I'd expect something like an Orianna or a Xerath, something just very, very safe. Even Syndra is a possibility. You don't want to pick a champion like Yasuo where you're very easily counterpicked. So,
especially with the nerfs in Yasuo now, it's a big hit. 10 movement speed is... Movement speed nerfs tend to be really, really hard on champions.
yeah, and that base HP nerf is something to scoff at. It's, what, 60 at level 1, so...
Yeah.
It's a pretty big deal. It's 2 auto attacks for most champions, and that's a deciding factor a lot of the time.
Yep. Fishman going to be picking the support for Plague. We'll be interested to see what he goes with. Going to hover over Janna. Would not be surprised if that was the pick. Will help them disengage from this Jarvan and Maokai. Maokai and Jarvan, once they use their Diab closes, really can't get in the fight quite easily. So Janna will be really good to disengage.
Janna should...
Disengage, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely should do wonders against the Maokai Jarvan combo, just blow them away. Also paired up with Mundo is pretty good engage. Mundo clears someone, she follows up with a Tornado, they have an easy pick, so... a very good pick here. It gets rid of really the hard engage from the Shadow All Shades composition, which is kind of what they want to do. They're not very good at kiting, they're very good at hard engage though, and if they pick up Orianna, it's going to make their engage even better. So we did see Going Ash to Mouth skip over the Orianna for the Ahri. Bit curious in your thoughts of that, Fozz.
I'm not sure. I'm not a big lane player, so that's the one lane where I lack knowledge. I think Going Ash to Mouth though did prefer the assassin potential of Ahri in the regular season, if I remember correctly.
That could be it. It's definitely interesting. I have no idea why he would do it, but Ahri's definitely a strong pick right now.
I would definitely agree with that. I've been given some insider knowledge by an unnamed mid laner in the league about counterpicks to Ahri, and he did not list Orianna in that category.
No, it's definitely not a counter pick, but Orianna doesn't have any bad lanes, so it's something to understand that like Orianna has the potential to win any lane, and if Orianna can't win the lane, she's gonna go even with farm, maybe even Plaid, because of how powerful her kit is at farming. We do see the switch over to Exhaust as well in the final seconds there. It's really going to shut down Ahri's assassination potential at level 6.
Especially, they're not going to have double Exhaust though, only singular Exhaust. Just swap it around who has the Ignite, who has the Exhaust in the lanes.
Definitely looking for a kill here. Janna has a pretty squishy target, so it's definitely a possibility. Outside of that, I don't see them being able to get on Zmi very easily. Lucian's very good at dodging hooks.
Yeah. And something to do note, the Control Chaos did not take Exhaust because they do definitely need an Ignite for this Dr. Mundo in the mid to late game. Not having that consistent way of applying the healing debuff.
Yeah, but none of the champions really could get away with building Morellonomicon. If Orianna goes for the Morellonomicon, then she's just going to get blown up without the beans by the Ahri. So, the Ignite is definitely necessary.
Yeah, the Ignite's definitely very, very necessary, and no one's going to be building, I can't even remember the item for AD carries, for AD champions. It's been so long since I've seen it.
Executioner's Calling?
Executioner's Calling, that's it.
Is that in the game still?
It's still in the game. It does not have the same stats it used to have.
It used to be crit lifesteal, right?
Yeah, crit lifesteal. And I think, yeah, crit lifesteal. Now I think it's crit and another stat, I want to say attack speed.
Crit attack damage now.
Crit attack damage, yeah. So was it not the same value purchase it used to be?
And it costs a lot of gold. Well, 1,900 gold for that item. So
not something you'll see a Jinx be purchasing to help out with the Mundo. Just not really cost efficient anymore as it used to be. Very cost efficient for what it gave, but back in the day.
Yeah, it's actually 100% gold efficient right now from stats, whereas if you look at Morellonomicon tonight, that's 3,000 gold of stats for 2,200 gold.
Yeah.
So that's why Executioner's Calling is not really built at all. It's not, worth it.
Yeah, it used to be pretty cost efficient as just the attack speed lifesteal item. If you had that Vayam Scepter hold in your inventory, and you were looking to get something for the last push, Executioner's Calling used to be a pretty solid purchase. Now, not so much.
Yeah, so definitely need that Ignite. That's where it all comes back to. Control Cat's going to pick up the Ignite for the Mundo in the late game. In the early game, though, I mean, they really have to shut down this Mundo in my mind, because even one Ignite, I mean, that's a team fight every once in a while, but if that Mundo gets going, it's gonna be a really big problem.
Yeah, they don't have the greatest team to actually mow him down either.
They don't.
So he's gonna be a pain if he gets going.
Yeah, but on the flip side, Mundo's a very easy champion to shut down in the early game. Like levels 1 through 3 is very weak, especially in the 2v. Like saying a champion's weak 2v1 is pretty like obvious, like a jungler top lane. But Mundo's just very squishy. He doesn't have like a great way to regenerate HP outside of his passive, which in the early game is not very strong. So I expect Jarvan to be making some frequent trips in that lane pre-6, and maybe even more post-6.
Very much could be the point of contention. Getting your tank going is something that's very underlooked in this meta, I feel. Getting your tank tanky by getting him kills, assists, and a safer lane with those ganks can really set up the mid game for your team. If your tank can't tank, it's not a position where you want to be. So
No, especially on this team where Kha'Zix is probably not going to build too much tankiness early. They definitely want Mundo to get going, so they have that solid at least one tank in their front line.
yes,
So a lot of Kha'Zixes, especially in the Sirius Gaming League, like to build damage Kha'Zix. And while it might not be the most optimal build, it's just something that's very common. And so if they do only have one tank and Mundo is shut down, so they'd have 0 tanks, this team's going to get run over. But on the bright side, if that does happen, they do have the potential. They have a lot of assassination potential with Ari Kha'Zix. It's a lot of burst damage.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no spectator lag at all. Just right into the game.
That was pretty good.
Everyone heading out into the lanes. Pretty standard item purchases for now. Looks like Plague forgot to get his trinket. Gonna have to walk back for that one. Picks it up.
Yeah, nothing out of the ordinary. Very standard across the board builds.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Doran shield for Mundo. Interesting though that Maokai went with the flask. Usually you'll see Doran throwing against a lane where he might have the advantage in or even. But gonna go with the flask for sustain. Some words over the wall. From the one you wish.
It doesn't look like they're going to be doing any invading now that they were scouted out.
Yeah, very unlikely.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
It's just a spread out from everyone. Because they're gonna find a ward, they're gonna clear that out.
Well, that's interesting. Jarvan started with the sweeping lens. That's kind of uncommon. Does pick up a bit of extra gold, but I'm not sure that vision will be especially helpful right now. The trinket wards only last for a minute anyway, and they were placed very, very early.
Minions have spawned.
Interested to see how Declan performs in this top lane. New sub added to the roster. Actually, Soden Junk, the previous support from the Noxian couldn't continue playing the season, so replace him with Declan. So we'll be interested to see how this turns out. Diamond gonna be jungling for the team now. Gonna start the blue as so will Kha'Zix. I think the matchup to watch this game is gonna be in the mid lane, the one you wish, and going Ash to Mouth. Both first picks on their team.
They're both heavy performers for both their teams as well.
So we'll be interested to see in that mid lane who gets the advantage.
We do see in the bottom lane the Shadow All Shade's bot lane is pushing up first, going to get that level 2.
Shortly they will.
They will not be able to capitalize much on it though, because they are basically pushed under their opponent's tower.
There's level 2. Yeah, unable to really capitalize on it though, due to the fact that Noxian are underneath their tower. Arsene actually denies himself a couple CS that were using rocket form instead of minigun form. So unfortunate there. Over to the mid lane. Just keeping their distance at the time for the time being. Just getting some levels. Hook does land onto Plague.
Ooh.
Oh, Zap does go on to Plague. Plague's gonna take some major harass here. Gonna go pretty low. Gonna check through some health potions. Only had one health potion, or 2 mana potions. So he's gonna be pretty chunked out. That might be the focus for this bottom lane.
Yeah, and Zmeeb have no cooldown. Zmeeb had no cooldowns to trade back with the Noxian Elite's bottom lane after Janna got caught out, so it was basically a free trade.
There comes Diamond in this top lane. Game Boy getting knocked up. He's gonna try to run for it. He's got the robot. He gets the flash from Dyklin, knocks him backwards, but Game Boy's just gonna walk out. So flash burnt for no sub. Oh, the flash to get.
It was a flash for flash, yeah.
Flash for flash.
And that was saying, Jarvan's going to be making some frequent trips in the top lane. Definitely want to shut down that Mundo early. Chunked him out a lot there.
Here comes
Declan wasn't able to land much harass in the early game, it seemed.
Gonna jump in. He's gonna get maybe the slow off onto Dyklin. He has no flash. Fishman trying to do as much damage as possible. Game Boy.
Oh, you can turn it.
No, not gonna be able to turn it. Fishman does pull out of turret range just in time. Probably would have gone down if Dyklin could have gone in on it, but
here comes Diamond though.
Risk. Diamond is back into this top lane. Game Boy is running away. Flag toss. Gonna do some damage to Game Boy, but he'll stick around. Wow, looks like Rycinity took some damage into the trade. Already at half HP. Potion still hasn't been chugged though.
Yeah, plays back at full HP after chugging down his potion, so right back into this lane. Both AD carries still have their HP potions as well, so Rycinity isn't as low as he seems.
Will we heal up with that Doran's Blade as well? Ooh, there's another piercing light just to the dome.
Uh-oh.
Plague gonna get hooked up. He's gonna get flayed back. Rycinity has to burn the heal though. Zmeeb gonna go pretty low though. So is Plague. Zmeeb still has the heal. He's gonna pop it.
They're gonna die.
Oh, and down goes Rycinity potentially. One more. Oh, nice first blood over to Zmeeb Rizal. And now Control Chaos trying to get some redemption. Oh, flashes the death sentence to keep himself alive.
Oh, that was so close. Very nice flash there by Zmeeb, and great play by the Shadow Shades bottom lane, picking up that first blood. They bait Rycinity right out of under his tower, and they just cleaned it up nicely.
Game Boy taking a lot of damage to this top lane. And Dyklin with that. I question the flask, but it's working for him right now. He's able to keep really sustained. He's got almost full HP to Game Boy's less than a quarter, so working out well in this top lane. But it looks like he's going to recall. See how much money he's got on him. He has enough for his Catalyst Protector, so go pick that up.
Yeah, this mid lane is pretty even in the early game. One you wish, I would say, is in a slight advantage by CS standards, but outside of that, it's very, very close.
Jason Manny maybe looking for a gank in this mid lane. Doesn't look like going Ash's Mouth is going to give it to him, though. Maybe looking to recall here. We'll see if that goes off, and it looks like it. No, gonna cancel it. So he's not able to get in range for the double auto attack there. Does take some harass back with the zap, but heals it back up. Has a BF sword now. To Rycinity's pickaxe. So Rycinity in a little bit of trouble here. Gonna have to play pretty safe. Jarvan looking to pass over blue buff, whereas Fishman took his. So interesting. Actually not gonna be able to pass up the blue buff with his diamond. The bottom lane traps. He does land on a trap. Does a lot of damage though back to Rycinity and Control Chaos. They're both at half HP, and Diamond is now coming down. I'm pretty sure they saw him drop that ward. I'm not sure if that landed in the bush.
Yeah, definitely no backing very far off. This is the Shadow Alshade's bottom lane. They do trade very nicely though, right before it.
The One You Wish has a little bit of a CS lead over going Ash to Mouth. 10 CS lead currently. Very even game though, only 400 gold lead due to that first blood onto Zmeeb.
Yeah, CS leads are very, very close along the board. You see a 2 difference in the top lane, a 4 in the jungle, a 4 in the mid lane, and 1 in the bottom lane.
Play getting hooked up again, getting played into the, not into the turret, unfortunately, for the Noxian Elite. A lot of damage being traded back and forth. Zmeeb gonna chug his health potion. Zap does land onto Janet, gonna take some damage right there. There was a gank by Jarvan, did not result in any damage onto Ahri though.
I think he just wanted to clear out the way so Orianna could buy. Yeah, that is what's gonna happen. Orianna hasn't bought once yet, neither has Ahri, so definitely want to pick up that Chalice on Orianna. Gonna be able to pick up Chalice, the Codex.
Vicinity going low in this bottom lane. Here goes the calling. Right, Vicinity goes down for a second time. A double kill for Control Chaos, for Zmeeb. Double kill on Zmeeb, 3-0 now. He's going to be looking for a quick Infinity Edge and really try to take over this game in the bottom lane.
Yeah, and Gaslit didn't even seem like he needed to be there, but in the end, the Shadow Shades bottom lane picks up a nice double kill for Zmeeb, getting himself to a 3-0. We saw in the game yesterday, Lucian got going, Shabron's Lucian in particular, got going, and he just didn't stop. It didn't really happen as much in lane, but...
Going both of his skill shots. Not going to be able to take out Diamond.
Yeah, Fed Lucian's definitely something to be very, very wary of.
He's going to be able to go back, probably pick up at least a pickaxe. Does have enough for boots as well. Give him some extra mobility in that bottom lane. Very strong right now. Has a full BF sword now over Brysinity's Jinx. She has an extra door. Has an extra Doran's blade, but that's not going to do a whole lot when you're facing down pickaxe BF sword. Alright, finally gonna take her first back. Gonna pick up a full. Oh, picked up the Void Staff. Not gonna go for that. Oh, Diamond gonna go diving Fishman. Fishman was extremely low. The exhaust went down, but he gets out of there. So exhaust and the couple ultimates down, but Fishman lives with only his flash burnt.
Yeah, but very low HP. Really, very lucky. But he gets out. Nice play there by Fishman to manage to stay alive.
Game Boy 95. But in on a Dyklin with that ultimate. Dyklin gonna pop his ultimate, gonna heal. It's not looking like a trade that Game Boy can win. He's gonna have to back off.
Very close fight in the top lane. Oh, in the middle lane. One You Wish is low.
Going flashing is going Ash to Mouth. Well, Morata gonna take him down. Going Ash to Mouth. Taking a little bit of advantage. Has a little more AP right now than. Oh, there goes the Jinx rocket.
Oh!
Not gonna land.
Yeah, the big thing was that One You Wish used his exhaust on Kha'Zix in the mid lane, but maybe he didn't need to, and that cost him the kill. Very good job by going Astronaut to capitalize on that.
Oh, Zmeeb getting hooked up. Has to flash away from the traps, going really low. The Ignite goes down. Calling and just gonna back off. Maybe chuck a health push, maybe try to stay in lane here.
Yeah, if Brysini had Rocket there, that could have been completely different, but...
Oh, here's Dyklin, teleported into the back. Zmeeb is bound to go down here. Shut down onto Dyklin. Plague does dodge the zap to get out of there.
Nice teleport there by Dyklin to get his bottom lane just right back into the game. They were down to a 3-1 Lucian before. Lucian does have almost a full IE, 2 Jinxes, pickaxe. So Jinx is still very far behind.
Yeah, very far behind is Brysinity's Jinx. Gonna have to try to farm up, or maybe have his team make some plays for him to bring him back in this game. Now Zmeeb is only the recipe cost away from picking up his Infinity Edge. Plague looking to challenge on the ward. Isn't able to get any damage onto the other ward before his pink goes down. Going Ash to Mouth spots out a pink ward, but there's Diamond. Oh, not gonna get knocked up is going Ash Mouth. Gonna just dodge away. He burns the DFG onto Diamond. Right, Fishman jumps over the wall. They're going in on the One You Wish. One You Wish is going extremely low. The shockwave stops going Ash Mouth for a brief moment, but does not pick up the kill. But in turn, Jarvan picks up the kill onto going Ash to Mouth. Teleport coming in from the Dr. Mundo. Game Boy trying to maybe do something in the mid lane, but gets slowed by Malphite, not gonna be able to get anything done.
Oh!
Flash over the wall! Oh, pops the ultimate. Will he be able to make chase? He's got a cleaver available. He's gonna have to throw it over the wall. Gets him with the cleaver.
Nice cleaver.
Good cleaver from Game Boy to pick up a kill on the teleport, not wasting his teleport there. But 2 summoners down.
Yeah, and wow, a lot of stuff happened there, really. When you wish they caught out going Ash to Malphite. He had to use his ultimate. Oh, right after this fight in the top lane. The noodle fight.
The noodle fight. A little bit of damage being dropped down.
Yeah, so when you wish and TSM Diamond catch up going Ash to Malph's Ahri, and then they turn it into a 2v2 where they blow up the When You Wish with the Kha'Zix and Ahri assassination like combination, really. And then Jarvan is able to turn it around to make it a 1-for-1 in the end, but then nice TP, flash by Game Boy. Dylan really thought after slowing him that, you know, Mundo will stop pursuing, but nice flash over the wall, 2 cleavers to the face, and it's 2v1 for the Shadow Isle Shades. Uh-oh.
Oh, this one goes out, gonna miss as Smeeb just relentless pursuits out of there.
Actually, our Shadow Shades don't have any wards in this bottom lane, though, so TSM Diamond is going to go in unscouted. Oh, here comes Smeeb.
Smeeb is going to face check this. He's going to get knocked up. Smeeb going to have to run for his life. There goes the Jinx Rocket, not going to land, but Smeeb is bound to go down. He's going to try to run up to the safety of going Ash Spout. The flash from TSM Diamond does pick up the kill. 2
flashes there for his life. It's questionable, but they come out. It gets a much needed kill by the Noxian Elite. And another one onto TSM Diamond.
Game Boy in the top lane. Let's have a nice little CS lead. About 13 CS currently.
Should be growing. It's a pretty big wave at his tower.
Pretty big wave. Mid lane. Oh, stay on the top lane. Top lane. Just kind of farming up. Not much action happening over anywhere else in the map. Let's see, this looks like there's a gank coming in maybe from TSM Diamond. No, we're gonna get stifled by going Ash to Malph.
Yeah, the One Wish has exhausted though, so this gank's definitely a real possibility. Probably saving it. Wants his level 11 as well before he wants to fight. He's very close, only about those melee minions off, really. Shadow Isle Shades looking for a dragon here.
It's either, I believe, second of the game. Yeah, they're gonna pick it up.
Would it be second or didn't they? I thought the Noxian Elite got the first.
I'm pretty sure they got the first one after they got the kills in the bottom lane. Game Boy gonna pop his ultimate. Iceland gonna pop his. Not sure what's gonna come out of this, but Game Boy's being really aggressive. Has the Spirit Fist, so his ult is healing for so much right now.
Oh!
Oh, a missed Orianna ultimate onto going.
Going
goes in again.
Doing?
Oh, gonna go down to the Cataclysm.
Very close though. Almost got away with that. A 1-for-1. He could have gotten out for free or for just his ultimate, but in the end does die.
Fishman going in onto When You Wish. Gonna see what he can do for damage. Gonna have to back out though, as he's not gonna risk his life.
Game Boy pushing down the tower in the top lane. A very sizable wave at Daily Can's tower. Ooh, just the nice arcane smash there to clear it out.
Almost got that top turret. Turret is really low right now. Could be an easy push down if Fishman chose to roam up there.
TSM Diamond looking for another gank in the bottom lane though. They just got Jaina warding the dragon, so...
With a lot of his time ganking, he's actually 30 CS down on Fishman.
He's very fed for it, though. He's got 3 kills to his name. And he's about equal level, so he's not too far behind Fishman, in all reality.
Diamond gonna get spotted out by a ward. They're gonna know this is coming.
The big thing about Fishman's lead, even though it's 40...
Oh, the play, gonna get caught by the hook. It's now we want to see what
the Jaina!
The Jaina, gonna go down to the Jinx ultimate.
super mega death rocket.
Risky play there by Blake. He knew that Jarvan was in the bush. Gotten too close to a Thresh. The hook plus Lander combination was enough to take her down. Take down that Janna, so... a little bit risky there.
It's actually a bit surprising that even though TSM Diamond has a large gold lead, or TSM Diamond is behind a significant amount of gold to Fishman, the XP is virtually the same.
Oh, Fishman gonna get shockwaves. He's going extremely low. He's trying to run for this. Dive with the Cataclysm, picks up another kill.
4-1, Orianna 0-2-3. Kills are now even. This game started out at either 6-1 or 6-2, so...
yeah, 6-2, I remember that.
Very even game. We're right back in it. The gold lead is still there, 4,000 in the name of 2 dragons. Also a tower advantage. So all that gold lead is really mainly the objectives and a slight CS lead.
Yeah, they have a slight CS lead. 20 CS in the top, 10 down in the mid lane, but 10 up in the bottom lane.
Oh, Game Boy.
Get knocked up.
Game Boy's ultimate's gone.
His ultimate was just popped it. He's gonna go extremely low. He's gonna try to flash. He's not gonna try to flash the wall, but he's gonna flash away and gonna get away from Diamond and Dykeland.
Yeah, very smart flash there. A lot of people fail that flash over the wall. It's a very hard flash. You have to be right on top of it. And so he takes a safe flash, gets out. Uh-oh.
When he was he died by going Ash to Mouth. Oh,
my
barely survives. Going Ash to Mouth, nearly converting that kill.
And One Wish looks like he kind of wants to bait. I know. TSM Diamond just gonna cover.
Got those Moe boots. He could close in fast.
Oh, the
rocket lands, but it's not enough to take out going Ash to Mouth.
He's throwing a lot of rockets to the mid lane this game.
Dalkin taking down top turret now. Gonna go down, actually.
Gold lead should be about 2,000 after this. That's 3,000.
3,000. Only 500 gold for taking out one of those turrets. Globally. Not too much gold. Those dragons really resonating for the Shadow Isle Shades. Able to have this 3,000 gold lead still. Or 2,500 gold lead. Not much though. This is a very even game right now. Game by 95. Getting jumped in by Dykeland. Throws a Cleaver in his dome. Another one lands. Those Cleavers are starting to hurt Dykeland. And this top turret is going to go down.
Yeah, Dykeland has a lot of base HP. Or a lot of HP and no resistance. So Game Boy's going to be doing damage with those percentage Cleavers.
He's got some MR, but not too much. He only got an all magic mantle.
Dykeland could die here.
Dykeland could die. The ultimate is down. He's got a mana. The Cleaver misses. One more auto attack bound to take down Dykeland. And Dalkin goes down.
Nice juke there, though. That was really good. Dykeland's going to have TP in 30, but Dragon's coming up in 50, so still some time. Not an objective loss for Dykeland's death, but very nice solo kill there by Game Boy. Shadow Isle Shades are pushing up mid.
He's going to counter jungle. The red takes that down. Now it's a 3v4 in mid. Going Ashbel jukes away the death sentence. 3 turrets down now for the Shadow Isle Shades. A 4,500 gold lead. Not too shabby at this point in the game. Not the biggest lead we've seen though at 20 minutes in the game. This is pretty tame.
Yeah, definitely. 7 to 6, 5,000 gold. The game's not out of reach for either side right now. A lot of this gold is in objectives though. 2 tower advantage in the name of the Shadow Isle Shades on top of a 2 dragon lead. This dragon right here coming up, it just came up, is going to be a huge swing. It's either going to snowball the Shadow Isle Shades even further, or it's going to put the Noxian Elite right dead even.
Game Boy going to take some damage. Ultimate back up though. Short cooldown on that Mundo ultimate.
And Dykeland has TP, so this would be a 5v5 had a fight break out. Oh, here comes Game Boy.
Game Boy's going to jump in onto the squishies. He's gonna
they're in a bad spot, but Orianna can't ult.
Orianna can't ult. Vicinity going extremely low.
Oh
Orianna does ult Game Boy.
Game Boy's 2v1ing.
He has some diamond going down. Oh, why is there a pause right now? Oh man. Pause resumed. We're right back into this team fight. Game Boy took out Vicinity. He's now running for his life. Zmeeb takes down TS and Diamond. He goes down to the hands of Control Chaos.
Dykeland's right there. It's another kill.
Fishman.
Oh my god!
One Wish takes out. Oh, One Wish goes down to Fishman. It's a 4 for 2 right now. 4 for 2.
Yeah.
But extremely low health bars.
All thanks to Game Boy's Mundo, he 2v1'd the 2 carries from the Noxian Elite. He literally killed Jinx and tanked all of 1UH's cooldowns.
Oh, the Jinx Rocket just barely misses. Going Ash to mouth. And now they're gonna look to take this dragon. This could have been
That's really big
fight. Now they're up
7,000 gold after that fight. Shadow Isle Shades, great fight there, and all thanks to Game Boy 1995. They really could have gotten destroyed. Jarvan landed a 3-man knockup. Could have been followed up by Oriana had she not been zoned out completely by Game Boy 1995. So very good play from him.
Game Boy 1995 really performing well on the Shadow Isle Shades. 3-0-1. In the last game we saw him on Rise, he went completely off on Rise. So really good pickup for the Shadow Isle Shades. A little bit of a group up for the Noxian Elite. Nowhere for them in the farm currently, as their waves are kind of pushed a little too far out to go get them. Mundo gonna clear out the top lane. Starting to stack his armor. He's got a Sunfire Cape and another Chain Vest in his inventory. Gonna be hard for Jinx to deal with him with all that armor. Clearing out these minion waves in this mid lane. Are both teams kind of a little back and forth right now. No one really wanted to commit to anything with their teammates off in other lanes. Teleports are down for Delkin.
It doesn't look like either team really wants to fight. If one team did want to fight, it would be the Shadow Shades. They do have the TP advantage on Game Boy.
Game Boy groups up with his team. Fishman, though, still farming. I wonder why he's not grouping with his team. Now looks like he's coming over to group.
Like I said, Fishman went that full DPS Kha'Zix build. He's very, very squishy at this point, but does have a lot of assassination power. And he's really able to get away with it because of how big Mundo is as a tank.
Fishman finally grouping up with his team. Mundo looking to maybe split push this. Gonna head top lane. Going Ash to mouth though, gonna recall it looks like. What's he gonna pick up? Gonna pick up the penetration boots. And then proceed back to the mid lane. Fishman heading down bottom to clear out that large wave in the bottom lane.
Fishman's very, very farmed.
Yeah, 50 CS up on TSM Diamond.
And even though he didn't have the same early pressure that TSM Diamond did, his team was far enough ahead, and then when he came in team fights, he was just a way bigger presence. Not to diminish anything that TSM Diamond's done.
Oh, and the calling going out. Ricini taking a lot of that damage. Getting a quarter of his life chunked away from him.
Luckily, he does have some shields to eat some of the damage.
Team buff being transferred over to the 1UH Oriana. Driving gonna jump over the wall to safety. Kind of a little awkward right now. Team's not sure what they're gonna be doing here. They're gonna steal away this red buff, it looks. Game Boy taking it so Maokai can't steal it away.
Oh, TSM Diamond.
TSM Diamond in a really bad spot right here. He's pretty tanky though. He's gonna have some time to survive. Does go down to the Ahri. And now a fight is breaking out. Maokai jumps in on Zmeeb. Zmeeb getting away with his life. Double kill for Ahri. Fishman goes down, almost taking out two members, the two carries of the Noxian Elite, but they both manage to slip away. But
yeah, over there, 2 for 1.
And with this 2 for 1, they're looking to try to push this mid lane. Low health bars on two of their members, force one back. This Bitcher is bound to go down with Smeeb still really healthy. Popping another calling, trying to pick up Oriana. The shield goes down. Gonna keep her safe. Cine gonna pick up some nice farm. Still quite a bit behind Zmeebs. Lucian has the Berserker Greaves, has the upgrade to Berserker Greaves for extra movement speed on hit. And the Infinity Age, but does not have a Phantom Dancer. Looks like that he's building towards with that dagger in his inventory.
Definitely close. Just needs to complete that. We'll hit a nice power spike. This team could just hold out to late game, honestly. The Noxian Elite, Jinx is very good in the late game, as is Orianna and Maokai, so... I mean, really, if they could hold out that long and find a way to peel off Malphite from their Mundo from their 2 carries, this game might not be over for the Noxian Elite. But they can't really afford to throw anymore. Yeah, they are down a significant amount of gold and really can't give up that much more for free. They need to start doing something of this.
Yeah, they really can't afford to fight right now, as they are much weaker than their counterparts across the map. Mundo picking up a Thorn Mail, so Jinx is going to have an extremely hard time taking him down now. Oh, the one you wish getting jumped in on, gonna get assassinated by going Ash to Mouth. Little overextended there, and going Ash to Mouth punishes.
Let's see if they go for Baron or Towers. They're probably going to go Towers. They have no wave clear now. Jinx is in the bottom lane, so...
There's 4 in the mid lane. Oh, another pause goes through.
This side, this time, is from the Shadow Shades. Game Boy did throw out the pause.
Might be experiencing some lag.
No, mouse DC'd.
Oh, mouse disconnected. Oh, that's not good. Hopefully he'll be able to... Oh, there we go. Fixes it up. And we're back in the game.
Yep, right back at it. A TP from Game Boy. They want this tower and they want it now.
They're doing a lot of damage to it. It's already chunked down to half. Down almost immediately. Now they're looking onto this inhibitor. There's not much that Noxian can do. Diamond Game Boy taking minimal damage from Jinx.
Are gonna go for this dragon. They could answer in a 5v5 team fight. Not sure it'd be the wise decision, though. Orianna is back in the game, nevertheless. This dragon's gonna die very fast as well.
Dragon went in extremely quickly. Pick up the dragon. Time and Naka go in.
Yeah, they're just gonna back off.
Now an 11,000 gold lead for the Shadow Owl Shades. This is looking like their game to win. Mid lane gonna get pushed by the Noxian. Gonna pick up a free turret.
Yeah, whether they win or lose is definitely determined on them. They have a very healthy lead, 10,000 gold at 30 minutes. And they do have a very pick-oriented composition and a very fed Mundo, so definitely their game to lose.
Yeah, they're gonna have to... It's gonna be pretty hard for them to lose this game, though, with this massive gold lead. But it is definitely still possible with the late game power that the Noxian lead are bringing to the table.
Yeah, if any champions were to do it, it would be Orianna, so... Or if any champion was to do it, it would be Orianna.
Orianna does have the Death Cap and the Athenes, maybe looking for a Void Staff next with that Amplifying Tome.
We've seen some very nasty Orianna ultimates that completely just either, you know, seal a game or turn it. And so, definitely a possibility.
But now they're on Baron. There's no vision.
That's 100% free.
Yeah, no vision from the Noxian Elite. They're gonna spot out Ari, but that doesn't mean a whole lot to them. Baron gonna go down. Gonna extend their lead a little bit more.
Diamond's gonna get caught out as well. Oh.
Diamond maybe gonna get caught out. No, he's gonna just get out of
away.
there. Culling goes down. Looks like they're trying to get some more coverage in their own jungle.
Shadow Shades looking for their final outer towers, or inner towers. Probably go from the top lane.
They have that inhibitor down, so that's gonna start flowing creeps into their base. Super minions.
Jinx did opt to go with the static shiv as well.
Interesting. So I'm not sure what that extra dagger went into. Maybe just sold it or purchased it by accident.
It could have been a good buy, though. They definitely need the wave clear at this point.
Now the minions are in their base. They're going to have to send someone to deal with this, otherwise they're going to lose Nexus turrets.
Oh, Ari's
going
caught
after
out.
Mouth gets caught out. Play going extremely low on this Janna. Janna goes down.
Oh,
Big
Game Boy
Boy going low. He goes down. Going after the Mouth Thatch in and out. They're just distracting him at this point. Then the base is getting sieged upon by super minions. One Nexus turret goes down. Another one is getting focused. The Noxian need to send someone back now, or they're gonna lose it. They're gonna lose another Nexus turret. So 2 Nexus turrets for 2 kills.
Oh,
and Fishman is just denying back.
Oh, the Jarman ult.
Gonna flash out of there though is Fishman. Now, yeah, look at these super minions just hammering away at the Nexus now. They're not gonna be able to pick that down as 3 members of the Noxian Elite show up, but Dalkin gets taken down.
This will be another tower for the Shadow Shades.
So they lose the fight, but they're winning the game through the objectives that they have obtained.
Yeah, very nice Orion ultimate to pick off hit the Ahri in the window, I believe. They just won the fight off that, really. In the end, though, the Super Minions in the mid lane did push very far and pick up 2 Nexus towers. And usually that's the doom right there. It's very hard to win a game when your Nexus towers are gone. Because the enemy team has the option to just focus down your base.
They're going to pick up some more gold with this outer turret.
If all the outer towers have fallen for the Noxian Elite.
All first and second tier turrets are down. 1 inhibitor turret down. Both Nexus turrets are down. Inhibitor did respawn though, so a little bit of breathing room now.
Though this game may be looking very grim for the Noxian Elite, they have to remember this is a best of 3, so they really just have to look at the champions, what happened in this game. I mean, they were coming back for a long time. Well, we'll see if they have to think about it now. The end could be coming soon. They're going to be taking the middle inhibitor again.
Well, they're Dalklin trying to go in onto the team. Game Boy, though, going to go in onto Rycinity. Rycinity going extremely low. Plague knocks away Diamond. And now Game Boy's just diving and with Fishman. They got the entire backline. That's a clean ace. That's the first game over to the Noxian Elite.
And a pretty fashionable win there. 35 minutes, 10 seconds. A 17,000 gold lead for the Shadow Shades. And they come off victorious in the first game of the best of 3. They are the higher seed at the 4th rank, so maybe a bit expected. But great play there by all members of the team. But my highlight was Game Boy's Mundo. I mean, he really zoned out the carries in that one decisive dragon fight. And was just really annoying throughout after that. I mean, he was just this massive tank that was really unstoppable besides one fight in the top lane where his death led to 2 Nexus towers. So great play from him, great play from the entire team. But